Hello everybody, my name is Ismail, and today I'll be starting what is probably the biggest project I've ever taken on, and that will be my own Lego city. Now, I've always wanted to build my own Lego city, but I've never had the space to, and I still don't really have this space to display it on a table. But I have a few open shelves that have plenty of space for 32 by 32 base plates, so I've decided that if I can make a modular city, then that would work out for me, because I could put it on a table in the future, but I'll still have the storage space without my whole bedroom being taken up by a giant table. And so don't think that it'll be this ginormous city. In all reality, it'll probably be about a 3 by 3 of 32 by 32 base plates, something like that. We'll see how many I can fit onto my shelves, but whenever they're all put together into one table, they'll all line up and it'll all make sense. So today I'll be showing you the first section that I've actually built and showing you where I'm putting this first row, if you will. So here is the first section of my city. I would like you to keep in mind that this will always be a work in progress. The city will never be finished and it'll always be constantly changing. And so for this first section, I've sort of set what I'll be doing for this. I'll have an underground section as well as the top section, which I'll be working on a lot. But for the underground section, I actually want to have a whole subway system. Now, I've never built with the Lego trains, and so this will be my first attempt to whenever I do get those parts in, because I will be getting train tracks for it and trying to make a subway system that at least makes sense for the small space that I plan to have. For moving around and for storage reasons, each of these sections are 16 by 16 and can be taken off for access to the interior of the basement and underground sections. So for the city, there will be a bunch of basements as well as references to other sort of pop culture things. Like I want to build the villain bar from My Hero Academia. I want to build some scenes from DC, Marvel Comics, maybe some Star Wars scenes, just stuff to hide underground that isn't up top in the city, but still have some nice references to those properties. And so you can kind of see the subway system right here if I lower my camera a bit. So this will be where the train tracks go for the subway system, and it is about, I want to say 11 bricks tall, I forget exactly, but it's around that. And so you have the platform right here, as well as a few construction workers hard at work preparing for the train tracks, and you have a security guard over there for the subway, even though there's not really any civilians to protect or see if they need to get onto the train. And for the back area, I'll go ahead and remove the top as well. You do have some construction workers that seem to not fit in as well. One of them seems to be carrying a bag of money and the other has a crowbar, so I wonder where they're going. And I will add a little like ticket booth or toll booth thing right there where you'll have to insert your ticket in order to get access to the landing platform. And in here is the ticket area, again unfinished, like I need to add some drawers, but these little tiles will represent tickets, and this will also be a security room for the underground security. You can see a computer console right behind them as well as a few computers in front of them, and again unfinished, so I need to work on this. And you do have a filing cabinet over there where they store the money that they get from ticket sales, as well as just files that they keep on like train schedules and all that sort of stuff. So I haven't done much to the top side as I want to make progress for those videos, or make videos on that progress, but you can see that I have an entryway into the subway over here, and this row will be in like a row of 1 by 3. And so this, I plan to have like a promenade, so this will go through a bunch of shops and maybe like a few apartments, and above the shops will be like houses and stuff for the shopkeepers and all that stuff, and it'll end at a beach, which is the plan for at least this section of the city. And so I've started to work on the promenade, so there will be a cobblestone path right here. I want to swap these 1x1 studs with a hole in them for just normal light bluish gray studs, because I don't like seeing the hole whenever I'm trying to like look at it. It just looks weird to me seeing the holes looking from like a top-down perspective. And then the black plates that you see are just outlines for the buildings that will be here. So I do plan to have 3 buildings over here, 3 buildings over here, and just decorating the street and just trying to make it look nice. So that's pretty much it for this section so far of the city, and let's go ahead and put it on the shelf. So now the city is in place on the shelf. I hope this sort of gives you an idea of the row that I'll be working with. So I'll have 2 more 32 by 32 base plates right beside this one, and of course all of it will have an underground section. The monorail, or not monorail, subway system will continue through here, and I do plan to have it curve to right in the center area, and so that's where that subway will go, and it'll spread to the other sections of the city. And of course you'll have more buildings on top, as well as that beach section that I mentioned earlier. But that's pretty much it for this city update. I hope you guys are excited as I am, and before I forget, I'm going to let you guys decide the name for this city. Now I have 3 ideas for names, and of course feel free to leave a suggestion if you have one that you think would be great for this city. Now 2 of them are a reference to Superman, as I'm a big DC Comics fan, that being Studopolis and Studville, which is Metropolis and Smallville, both towns that Superman has lived in. And then the 3rd one is just a random one. It's called Pelican Town, and that's because I really like the name. But let me know your thoughts on which name I should go with, or if you have a name suggestion that would work for the city. I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. But if you liked this city update, I appreciate it if you could leave a like, leave a comment, again, giving me your name suggestion, as well as your ideas for the city, what shops I should add up here. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing, dislike if you didn't enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.